Tonight's game is a presentation of B92.7 FM Sports.
Breckenridge basketball is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Red River Agency, The Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Height Camp Construction, Carlson Family Insurance, Miller Realty, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis, Quality Toyota, Builders First Source, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, and Buyer Insurance Agency. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofis.
And welcome to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Blofis here. My apologies for the late start. You guys wouldn't believe it. The table that they had me set up with completely tipped over with all my stuff on it. So kind of had to restart the whole setup process, but here we are. We are live on B92.7 FM. We also have this on KBMW News Live, thanks to the amazing facilities here in Hawley. They got me hooked up on their Wi-Fi, and so far so good. So hopefully no issues. Knock on wood. I'll find some wood, maybe under this table that broke. Anyways, Breckenridge here in town for their second Heart of Lakes game of the season. Both teams coming in with an undefeated record against the Hawley Nuggets. And Breckenridge and Hawley always been a very competitive rivalry between these two teams in recent years, and hopefully getting some more of that tonight. And since we got the abbreviated pregame show, we'll just jump right into the starting lineups right away. As for the Breckenridge Cowgirls, actually we'll start off with the Hawley Nuggets. So starting for the Hawley Nuggets, this starting lineup brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, better add. Izzy Johnson, 5'11 guard, wearing number 2. She's a sophomore in this starting lineup. Anna Steer, you guys probably remember that name quite a bit. She is a stud, 5'10 guard, senior, wearing number 12. Then Ingrid Rustad, who is a 5'6 guard, also a sophomore. 2 sophomores in this starting 5. Emma Brookshire is the center in this group, 6'1 junior. And then McKenna Walker, a freshman in the starting 5. So, wow, very young group. Wearing number 30, 5'9 guard. And as I said, is a freshman. So a freshman, 2 sophomores, a senior, and a junior in this starting 5. They are without one player that's a big contributor here. The other Steer, Isabel Steer, who is a sophomore center, 5'10", and is, like I said, wears number 5. Not that that's going to be relevant tonight, but Isabel Steer out of the lineup with an injury, and no injuries to report for the Cowgirls as we move into this injury report brought to you by Sanford Health. Here for all, here for good, and you know what? I was told that Emily Gowan was having some back pain at the beginning of the year, and but has kind of overcome that. But we don't know if we'll even kind of see her. She plays more so JV, but she gets into the game. Hopefully she's all good to go. But that was the only injury that Coach Dawson Imdick said he really had to worry about coming into this season. And so far so good. As I've said, 3-0. Breckenridge Cowgirls picking up wins over Morris to start off the year. Picked up that big win against Morris, as they like to open up the season against each other every year between those teams. That was a 49-35 victory. They followed it up with their first conference win of the year on the road, 64-53 over Dilworth Glen and Felton. And then they took on Clinton Graceville Beardsley. They beat at home, 71-53. So 2 home games played so far, and now this is their second away game. Give you how Hawley got to their 3-0 mark, 55-34 win over Norman County East, Yule and Hitterdall. Followed it up with a 45-26 win over Ada Borup West. And then Frazee, they bested 50-48, and that was just on Tuesday night. So, these have been some tight, low-scoring games, and that's kind of what Hawley's been known for under Coach Gottenberg, Bill Gottenberg. Kind of keeps it a little low tempo, and, just looking for great shots. That's kind of their staple. Passing up good shots for great shots. You've heard that a lot of times. There's a reason it's a cliche because it's accurate, but always a fun atmosphere here in Hawley as the student section is in full force. You guys can see that on KBMW News Live if you're watching the live stream. So we're going to let them warm up about another minute 40, and then we're going to move into the national anthem. So may as well jump into our first commercial break here on the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. Once again, a tradition of good taste and company. A couple minutes away from the opening tip, Breckenridge Cowgirl basketball is on the air.
There are several things that make me proud to be part of Breckenridge Senior High School. My students are very hardworking and respectful. Those two qualities make my school day enjoyable. They have been working hard on active classroom lessons this year. Students enjoy working together and are finding that they can learn from each other. I'm also proud to be teaching college math classes to our juniors and seniors. These classes have challenged our students to become more academically responsible for their learning. Breckenridge is a great school, and I'm proud to be part of it.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
And welcome back to Hawley. Now for the other half of your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Kelsey Sorrell, a senior 5'6" guard, wearing number 0. Jonica Bernadez, the freshman standout, wearing number 5'8", and wearing number 2. She is a point guard. Parker Gagey, the small forward of the bunch, 5'7" freshman, wearing number 3. Those two freshmen, you got to watch out for them. They are having an outstanding start to the season. Abby Johnson moving over to the power forward position. She's a 5'7" senior, wearing number 10. And Addie Twidwell in the middle, 6'1" senior, wearing number 22. Addie Twidwell, like I said, one of 3 seniors in this starting lineup. And then the pair of freshmen. That's a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. As we got a little bit more of the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show coming your way as the Nugget starters are being announced right now. And kind of a fun little tradition here. They have the youth players. I believe they said the 3rd graders. They get to stand out there and kind of wish the starting 5 good luck along with the bench. Love that tradition. Always great tradition of a lot of athletic stuff. And May as well give you the starters for Hawley again since they're getting announced. I know the announcer's probably doing a better job than I am, but they got Izzy Johnson, 5'11 guard, who's a sophomore, Anna Steer, the 5'10 senior guard. Ingrid Rustad wearing number 20, the sophomore guard, 5'6 wearing number 20. Emma Brookshire, the center, and 6'1 junior, McKenna Walker, the freshman guard, who is 5'9, wearing number 30. It was just got announced here. I told you the announcer would do a better job than I did, but just figured I'd hit you guys with the starters once again before we get up and running. Here in what will be a fun night of basketball, we're hoping. Coach Gottenberg, always going to show some love to Coach Gottenberg, one of the better coaches the HOL's ever had. I stand by that statement. I don't think it's very controversial. So Addie Twidwell will be jumping against Anna Steele. Steer once again, a very solid player for this squad. He's been in the rotation for a while. And the opening tip is won by the Nuggets. Steer bring it up. Gets swung around the perimeter over the left corner. Back up to near the top of the key. Three-pointer is up from Steer, way off the mark. She said, I'm just getting that one out of my system for the rest of the game, Coach.
It'll be Breckenridge ball.
Jonica Bernardes bringing the ball up. As I said, running the point full time. Abby Johnson was the point guard last season. Three-pointer is up from Parker Yagi, and shot is off the mark, but she did draw the foul.
Defensive foul on the Nuggets. Charge to number 2, Izzy Johnson. That is her first team foul, number 1.
So after that foul, Parker Yagi getting a trio of free throws coming her way.
Shooting 3.
Parker Yagi off to an outstanding start to her freshman campaign as her free throw drops in. Just another reminder, we are watching you can watch the game on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel. 2 for 2 now from Yagi. Trying to make it a 3 for 3 trip, and it is good. 3 up, 3 down. Parker Yagi drops in every free throw. Steer bringing the ball up. Dishes it down in the left corner. Shot is up off the mark. Rebounded by the Nuggets. Shot is blocked and rebounded by Twidwell. Gets it up to Johnson. Dishes it to Parker Yagi. Yagi on the left wing. Gets it out to Johnson. Johnson dishes it off to Sorrell. Now to Yagi. Yagi drives baseline. Dishes it off to Sorrell. Over to Twidwell. Now she's going to set a ball screen for Bernardes. Down to Twidwell. She's looking to go up strong and draws a foul. So just like that, Breckenridge is already going to have 5 free throws. Just a minute and 1 second into the game so far. Twidwell puts up the first one and rattles it in. So Breckenridge happy with their start at the free throw line. 4 for 4 so far. We're going to keep that rolling. Twidwell going through a routine. And off the mark, so 4 for 5 at the line. Hawley off and running. Steer bringing it up. Denies the ball screen. Dishes it off, swung over to the right corner, but tipped out of bounds by Parker Yagi. Hawley inbounding right in front of the Nugget bench. Get it into Steer. Jonica Bernardes is guarding there. A tall task for her tonight. Swung over to the left corner. Shot is up. Off the mark. And rebounded by the Cowgirls. Abby Johnson gets the board. Dishes it up to Bernardes. Feeds it down low to Twidwell for the layup. Addie Twidwell's got 3 points to start off this game. With 16:30 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge off to a 6-0 lead. They dish it down low for a bucket, but Addie Twidwell's already got her second block of the game.
Out of bounds, it'll be Nugget ball. Number 52, Marissa Alice checks in for number 24.
So checking in already. We got a quick substitution. Marissa Alice. I got my starting 5 originally from one of the managers. He thought she was starting, so I figured we'd see her pretty early, but earlier than I expected. And we got a out of bounds. So Breckenridge off to a hot start to this game. Pair of 3-0 teams squaring off. Someone's going to come away with their first loss of the season. We'll see who it is. Jonica Bernades crosses the timeline. Gets a ball screen from Twidwell. Swings it to Abby Johnson. Over to Sorrell. Sorrell up to Twidwell. Looking over to the right side. Picks up her dribble. Dishes off to Abby Johnson. She's going to put up a triple. Got it!
3 points, number 10, Abigail Johnson.
Abby Johnson makes this a 9-0 start to the game. 3 Cowgirls got 3 points. And we got a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
.9-0 start for Breckenridge. Looking to keep the shutout going here to start off this game. 15:48 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls turning up the press. Looks like someone's going to get tagged for the foul, though. Body foul. That tends to happen when you're not giving them enough room by the sideline. So Steer will bring up the ball. Bernades once again guarding there. Skip pass over to the right wing. Swung around the perimeter looking for a shot in the mid-corner, but instead they go back out to Steer. Skip pass over, shot is up, and off the mark. Gets batted out of bounds. They're going to say jump ball. I think both of them slapped it out at the same time. After the McKenna Walker missed shot. You don't see that very often, but I guess they both slapped it out of bounds at the same time, so they call it a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Cowgirls. So essentially a defensive stop. Bernades picks up her dribble, gets it off to Twidwell. She swings it to Abby Johnson. Way out on the right side. They get it to Bernades in the right corner. Bernades drives inside. That patented floater by Bernades is off the mark, rebounded by the Nuggies. Now I'll stop calling them the Nuggies. I can't help myself sometimes. The Nuggets. Steer tries to skip it over to the right corner. Stolen away by Parker Yagi. She dishes it off to Abby Johnson. Johnson advances it up to Sorrell. No look pass to Johnson. A couple feet behind the three-point line, and she hits it. Second triple from Abby Johnson. And now we got another foul. Kind of a similar situation to the last one. That one's on Jonica Bernades, or Parker Yagi. 12-0 run by the Cowgirls to start off this game. 14:37 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Steer decides not to use the ball screen. Swings it over to Ingrid Rustad. Rustad out to Cook. Sophie Cook, who recently checked into the game. Drive inside. And bit of chaos leads to a good look at the rim, but the layup is off the mark. Abby Johnson has the rebound. They're off and running. Jonica Bernades throws it down, roll to Sorrell. Down low to Sorrell. And she draws a foul. Third Cowgirl to head to the free throw line so far. Parker Yagi knocked down 3 to get the Cowgirls on the board after getting fouled on a three-pointer. And then Addie Twidwell had a 1-for-2 trip. Kelsey Sorrell trying to up that percentage and off the mark. Cowgirls 4-6 so far. Even I can keep up with that math. Sorrell could make a 1-2 trip and knocks it down. 13-0 run to open up this game by the Cowgirls. They've come in locked in. Steer gets a ball screen, drives inside, and has her shot blocked by Twidwell. I already got her down for 3 blocks. That's just my math. Parker Yagi comes away with the steal. It almost got tied up for a jump ball. Abby Johnson advances it to Jonica Bernades, whose layup is off the mark. Hawley with the rebound. That was Marissa Alice with the rebound. Rustad goes over to the right side. Dishes down to the short corner to Cook. Her shot is up, and they get on the board with 13:34 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening half. Sophie Cook, the first points. Abby Johnson with the ball. It's swung around to a plethora of Cowgirls. Into the right corner and stolen away. And now they're going to get a travel call. So Breckenridge. I don't think that the steer was expecting a defender to be there and kind of took an extra step when she was trying to adjust to not turn it over, but a turnover it ended up being anyways. Emma Brookshire back in the game. 6'1" center. Naturally, she'll match up with Twidwell. Sorrell inbounding underneath the basket. Give her an open teammate. Gets it into Twidwell in the short corner on the left side. Twidwell kicks it out to Parker Yagi on the left wing. Yagi drives on the left side. Picked up her dribble. Went inside to Addie Twidwell in the lane. She's looking to back down the defender and goes up with the left hand. The shot is off the mark. Good defense there by Emma Brookshire. Steer. Swings it over to Rustad. Rustad. Skip pass to the right corner. Cook's already got one bucket. Trying to make it two. Off the mark. Parker Yagi with the board. Parker Yagi ends up dribbling it off someone's foot, so Abby Johnson's going to pick it up. Johnson gets a ball screen from Twidwell. Coach Imdick saying roll, 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 and she does, and she gets a layup. That's why he's telling her to roll. Coach knows what he's doing. 5 points for Addie Twidwell already. 15-2 Breckenridge lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley trying to cut the gap with the mid-range jumper off the mark, and they just cannot get the lid off the hoop. Breckenridge out and running. Kelsey Sorrell getting to the basket, and she's going to head back to the free throw line. All four of Hawley's fouls have been on shot attempts. This might end up being a long game if the fouls keep coming in droves like this. Sorrell 1 for 2 her last trip, so she's got a point on the night. Sorrell puts up the free throw, nothing but net. Couple substitutions for the Nuggets. Destiny Salinas, as well as Katie Vetter. Sorrell has that one go off the back iron. So 1 for 2 trip once again for Sorrell. 16-2 Breckenridge lead, 12:05 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Steer. It's Sydney Roberts guarding her, who has just recently checked into the game. Over to the left wing, good pump fake, and then dish off. Steer swings it over to the right corner for a triple. And that was McKenna Walker with the three. Up to Roberts. Roberts looking to drive inside and one. Sydney Roberts. Not a bad way to get your first bucket. This trip to the free throw line for the N1 opportunity brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Your local State Farm agents in Wapton and Breckenridge. 18-5, Breckenridge in the lead to open up this game. Free throw off the mark. They started off really good at the free throw line, but it hasn't gone so well so far. But Hawley knocks the ball out of bounds. So Parker Yagi going to take a turn inbounding it. Kelsey Sorrell did it the last time around. They're just going to go with the ISO on the left side to Twidwell. Now they dish it off to Yagi. Yagi going to just take it out. Gets it over to Sorrell. Sorrell gets the ball screen, kicks it in the left corner. Sydney Roberts open for three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Anna Steer. 11:25 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this first half. Jonica Bernada is getting set to check back in. You guys can see that if you're watching the video stream. Three-pointer up on the right side. Rims out. Rebounded by Twidwell. Looking to push the tempo. Gets it up to Parker Yagi. Yagi skip pass over to Sydney Roberts. Puts up her second three-point attempt of the game. Off the mark. But rebounded by Abby Johnson. Breckenridge making a lot of good hustle plays here to set the tone for this ball game. Johnson drives inside for the left-handed layup. Off the mark. It's a good job swiping there by the defender to disrupt that shot. Hawley trying to cut into this 18-5 lead by the Cowgirls. Swinging it around the perimeter. Anna Steer with the ball. Goes inside. And they decide to kick it out. Dribble kick out to the perimeter. Skip pass over to the right side. Had an open look at a three, but a good closeout by Yagi. And they swing it around to the corner to Steer. Drive inside. And now a shot attempt is up and good by Emma Brookshire. So 18-7 is the score. Breckenridge Cowgirls with the lead. 10:20 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Kelsey Sorrell gets it on the right side. Pick and roll action to Addie Twidwell. Twidwell misses the layup, also kind of bulldozed someone. Maybe lucky she did not get called for a charge there. So Vetter with the ball, gets it over to Walker, who misses the three. Cowgirls with the rebound. Parker Yagi bringing up the ball, and they're slowing it down. They want to call out a set play, I'm assuming. Yagi swings it over to Sydney Roberts on the left side. Roberts with the shot fake. She's already put up a pair of three-point attempts. Sorrell with the ball. Over to Roberts. Roberts back to Sorrell. They're taking their time, waiting for a good shot. Hawley playing some good defense here. And it is picked loose. So he's going to get on the floor. And Sorrell does. And we got a timeout taken by the Cowgirl bench. Sorrell got a hand on it and was able to keep possession. So we'll take a quick break. This timeout brought to you by High Camp Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM. Cowgirls lead 18-7.
30 seconds. Timeouts.
Sometimes illnesses or injuries may leave you needing extra help to restore your strength, balance, and range of motion. CHI St. Francis Health are open and ready to provide you the tools for success, including individualized exercise plans and state-of-the-art therapy facility. You'll be confident in the care and treatment you'll receive at CHI St. Francis Health, and they are located right here in your backyard. CHI St. Francis Health. We're here when you need a little reassurance.
We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
After that High Camp Construction timeout break, we are back. Breckenridge off to a very nice start to this game for them. 18-7 is their lead. 9:23 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge was able to call a timeout to avoid a jump ball, which would have been possession Hawley, or even a turnover. Abby Johnson with the ball near the half-court circle. Hands it off to Jonica Bernades, who recently just checked back in. Bernades probably got the best dribbling handles on this game, on this team. Swung it over to Parker Yagi on the right side. Yagi over to Johnson. Got the defender with a nice shot fake. Drives inside. Layup is off the mark, though. And Hawley gets the rebound. After the Nuggets come up with a stop, Anna Steer bringing up the ball. Steer swings over to the left side. Back to her now. She feeds it into the high post. Skip pass out of the right side. Twidwell closes out hard, but dribble drive penetration. And then good ball movement here by the Nuggets on this possession. They get it into the high post. Inside out three-pointer is off the mark. And rebounded by the Nuggets. Kind of a long rebound back out to the perimeter. Pull-up jumper is up, off the mark. Addie Twidwell contested it. And now Cook puts it back for her second bucket of the game. Sophie Cook got the first bucket for the Nuggets. She's got 4 points. Abby Johnson looking for a third three, off the mark. Missed that by quite a bit. Cowgirls try to save it, but it looks like they stepped on the line.
For the Nuggets, number 2, Izzy Johnson returns. Checking in for Breckenridge is number 23, Grace Miranowski.
So Grace Miranowski checking in for her first action of the game. Cowgirls so far gone 7 deep. Kind of like the Cowboys team. Gone 7 deep all year so far. It makes it sound like it's been a lot of games. They've only played 2. And that one sails out of bounds. Coach Bogenreef showing off those hands that made him such a great athlete here in Breckenridge, snagging that ball over at the bench. He looked ready for it. 8 minutes remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge leading 18-9. Got up to a massive lead to start off this game. Bernades over to Roberts. 3-point attempt is up by Parker Yagi, and that one rims out. Rebounded by the Nuggets. Hawley pushing the tempo and almost has it stolen away by Yagi, but it goes out of bounds.
It'll stay with the Nuggets. Back into the Cowgirls.
Kelsey Sorrell checking into the game. She'll give Abby Johnson a breather.
Abigail Johnson.
With 7:40 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening half. Anna Steer gets it on the inbound. Feeds it into the high post to Alice. Alice drives inside, but they're going to get her for a travel. Second travel we've seen on the Nuggets already. Breckenridge leads 18-9. Looking to get that lead back to the 13 points that they started off with. And it gets swung over to Bernadez, who gets it to Yagi. Yagi almost loses it. Dishes off to Roberts. Now swung around to Kelsey Sorrell on the right wing. Some screen and roll action. Bernadez thought about the three. She'll do a dribble kick instead. Parker Yagi will pull the trigger off the mark. Miranowski trying to get the rebound, and they're going to say out of bounds on Hawley. Marissa Alez, the last one to touch it. I'll say allegedly, because that was a close one. As Miranowski is out of the game now. Addie Twidwell back in. She's usually spelling Twidwell. So they didn't want to go full small ball with this lineup, I guess. Got her in there for a bit. And Addie Twidwell, they said this is the easiest offense we got. Just throw it into her and just have her go up with it. She draws the foul. Addie Twidwell's second trip to the charity stripe, 1 of 2 last time around.
Number 22, Addison Twidwell, 2 shots.
Breckenridge already in double-digit free throws here in this game. This will be the 12th free throw as that first one drops in for Twidwell. She's up to 6 points. Next one is up and good. 2 for 2 trip. Twidwell 3 for 4 to start at the free throw line. She's not going to have to run any extra sprints in practice, I'm sure. Steer driving on Bernadez. Kicks it out to the left corner. Shot is up and off the mark, but Johnny on the spot for the rebound is Emma Brookshire. And she draws the shooting foul, so she'll try to shoot some free throws of her own. First foul on Twidwell.
Brookshire shooting 2.
20-9 is your score. Breckenridge in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. If you're listening on B92.7 FM, you're wondering if you could watch the game as well. We have it on our YouTube channel, KBMW News Live. Free throw is off the mark from Brookshire. First trip to the free throw line in this game for the Nuggets, unless I missed something, but 1 for 2 trip. And Breckenridge coming back offensively. My apologies if I did miss something. I might have just missed it on my notes. Jonica Bernadez puts up the three-pointer wide open off the mark. Anna Steer with the rebound. Looking to push the tempo. Sydney Roberts trying to poke it loose from behind, but Steer kicks it out. Brookshire kicks it out to the right side to Izzy Johnson. Johnson back to Brookshire inside with a nice up and under for 2. Brookshire leading scorer for the Nuggets so far with 5 points. 6:18 remaining in this first half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 20-12. The year I graduated because I'm really old, as Breckenridge has it stolen away by the Nuggets. Izzy Johnson with a nice steal. They tried to go with the over-the-top pass to Twidwell, and now Kelsey Sorrell gets a steal of her own. Dishes off to Sydney Roberts for a left-handed layup. Roberts has had 4 points off the bench. You're going to love that spark that she can provide. Defensively is where she kind of really makes her impact felt, but seeing her have a positive impact on offense too, that is big for the Cowgirls going forward. Steer swings it around. Skip pass back up to Steer. She swings it to Ingrid Rustad, who puts up a 3 and rattles it in. Rustad's first points of the night. So Jonica Bernadez bringing up the ball as the lead is back to single digits. 22-15. Three-pointer is up off the mark from Bernadez. Nuggets with the rebound. Steer with the ball. And this is the Nuggets team we're more accustomed to seeing, as they've kind of found their groove a little bit here to cut into this lead. As Brookshire misses the short-range jumper, Addie Twidwell with a nice contest. Jonica Bernadez just is off to Roberts, back to Bernadez. Makes the extra pass to the top of the key to Parker Yagi. Yagi putting on the dribble moves, dribble kick. Very quick ball movement from the Cowgirls. Sets up this Jonica Bernadez right-handed layup, which is off the mark. But rebounded by Yagi. Now Roberts is going to put up a 3 off the back iron. 0 for 3 on her three-point attempts so far. Bernadez comes away with it, though. This ends up being a long possession for the Cowgirls. Parker Yagi puts up a 3. Got it! Parker Yagi. She's got 6 points. Got fouled on a three-point attempt earlier and drained all the free throws. But in the high post to Brookshire. Kicked out to the right corner. Shot is up, off the mark. Sydney Roberts tracks it down. Jonica Bernadez with the ball. Dishes it off to Roberts. Swung around to Yagi with a nice little Euro step inside. Shot is off the mark. Brookshire tapped it, and Steer came away with the rebound. She's looking to push the tempo, kick it out to the left wing. And shot is off the mark. Good inside-out action, though. Sorrell being very aggressive, throwing it down the court to Bernadez. Actually, Roberts is going to track it down for the left-handed layup. Got it. Love the hustle play. If you are a Breckenridge fan right here. And the heads-up play from Kelsey Sorrell, the note leader on that. I'm not sure if that was her intended target, but that's what ended up happening. And a steer with the ball on the right wing. Swings it over to the right corner to Johnson. Feeds it into Brookshire. Has it stolen away by Bernades. Breckenridge's defense has just been suffocating here in the opening half. As Bernades goes over the layup off the mark, but she gets her own rebound after Roberts tipped it. Sydney Roberts having a great impact on this game on both ends. Bernades drives inside and has her shot swatted by Brookshire. She's just going to bring it herself. And she double dribbles. Oof. Tough mistake there from the junior. And we got a timeout. Taken by the Cowgirls. Take a quick timeout with them. 30-second timeout. Your score, Breckenridge 27, Hawley 15. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
My apologies. That high camp construction was actually a full timeout. That's all right. We're just going to jump back into the action a little bit. I'll catch you guys up if you missed it. Breckenridge got out to a big lead, 13-0 run to open up the game. And since then, Hawley's cut the gap a little bit. They've outscored Breckenridge since that 13-0 run by 1 point, 15-14. But Cowgirls still lead by 12, 27-15. And getting some great contributions. Five Cowgirls already in the scoring column. And the free throws have been huge here to start out this game. Breckenridge doing a solid job, a very good job getting to the free throw line, then a solid job of converting them. Could be better. Free throws could always be better unless you're shooting 100%. Abby Johnson with the ball. Dishes it off to Sorrell. Sorrell was looking inside to Johnson. Some good defense by the Nuggets. That was Steer defending there. Shot is up from Johnson off the mark, but rebounded by Parker Yagi, who puts it in for two. Parker Yagi showing why she played post most of last year, because she's not afraid to go down low and get those dirty buckets. Skip to the right corner to Vetter. Now swung around back to the left corner. Rustad looking for an open teammate. Parker Yagi defending. Steer feeds it into the high post to Aliz. Back to Steer. Steer ends up drawing the foul. Parker Yagi trying to poke it out from behind, but ended up accidentally hitting the arm on the shot attempt. So Anna Steer gets her first trip to the free throw line. Still looking for her first points of the game. And if you could tell Coach Austin Imdick that Steer was only going to have, wasn't going to score until 2:24 remaining in the opening half, I think he would take that every time. Breckenridge leads 29-15, 2:24 remaining in this opening half. And she's still looking for her first points. First free throw up and off the rim. Parker Yagi heads to the bench with 2 fouls. Might be the last time we see her in this opening half. I wouldn't be surprised. Coach Imdick maybe wants to not play with fire here. Next free throw is up from Steer off the back iron, so still scoreless here in the opening half. Abby Johnson with the board. Jonica Bernades bringing the ball up. Gets it to Johnson. Thought about the deep three, but she's going to try to dribble it inside instead, and looks like there's going to be a foul. Check who it's on. And that is on Ingrid Rustad. And that sends Breckenridge to the free throw line, 1-1. Abby Johnson, one of the lone Cowgirls, actually the only Cowgirl who has scored so far in this game but hasn't been to the free throw line. And they're using their full names here. I'm not sure how I feel about it. As Abby Johnson drinks the first one, drains the first one. Abigail Johnson, maybe I'll hop on it. Grace Miranowski back in for Addie Twidwell. Twidwell heads to the bench with, see if my math can hold up here, 7 points. Team high 7 points, I should say. 2 for 2 trip. It was a team high. Now Abby Johnson is the team leader in points with 8. Breckenridge leads 31-15. 2:10 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Hawley likes to play through that high post and then spread 4 shooters around it. And that is Walker with the ball. Dishes off to Steer. They feed into the high post, inside-out action. 3 is off the mark, though. Nuggets get the rebound, and they got an open layup out of it. And that was Aliz with the rebound. with the bucket. She didn't get the board. So Jonica Bernades gets a ball screen from Miranowski. And they swing it over to Sydney Roberts. Roberts gets a ball screen from Abby Johnson, decides not to use it. Skip pass over to the right wing to Bernades. Grace Miranowski setting the ball screen. It's a very nice screen. Roberts with the ball. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson drives inside to Grace Miranowski on the perimeter. Miranowski dribbles to the right side, hands it off to Kelsey Sorrell. Breckenridge being very patient, and Sorrell with the N1! The right-handed floater, and just barreled through that defender, but she wasn't set, so they're going to give her that every time. That N1 brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, your local State Farm agents in Wahpeton and Breckenridge. Proud to say Amanda's my State Farm agent. As that free throw drops in. Kelsey Sorrell so far 3 for 5 on her free throw attempts. She's got 5 points on the night. Breckenridge doubling up on Hawley's score, 34-17. Nuggets get out to Steer on the perimeter, who is still scoreless in this game, as is Jonica Bernades. So Breckenridge should be happy they got such a big lead with one of their premier scorers being held scoreless. Skip pass to the short corner, now back out for a three-point attempt on the left wing. And a nice rebound by Aliz. Skip pass over to the right corner. And now up to the left, or near the top of the key. Steer is going to drive inside, kicks it out to the left corner for a shot attempt. And it is good for 2. That's Destiny Salinas knocking down the two-pointer. 30 seconds remaining in this opening half. We'll see if they hold for one. Nades gets it to Johnson. Gets it to Sorrell. Oh, and has it stolen away. Kind of a lackadaisical pass there, and the Nuggets convert for the bucket. Aliz with her second bucket of the night. 11 seconds remaining. Bernades gets the ball screen. Over to Roberts. 5 seconds remaining. Roberts dishes it up to Bernades. She's going to have to throw up a prayer and has it blocked. So a pair of quick buckets from the Nuggets cuts the lead to 13 points as we head into the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Your score, Breckenridge 34, Hawley 21. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, facing our toughest challenges head on, believing that together we can build something better and take care of each other, because this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Essentia Health is where you belong. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time-consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous, hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks Pre-Finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wahpeton.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. So Breckenridge got off to a 13-0 run to start off this game, and since then both teams have scored 21 points, so Breckenridge leads 34-21 here at halftime, the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show. Run through the scoring for you. Got quite a few girls getting in the scoring column, 6 of them for Hawley. 3 girls off the bench coming to get in the scoring column, so Coach Gottenberg's got to love that. Leading the way, Emma Brookshire with 5 points. She has a 1 of 2 on her free throws and a pair of field goals for her 5 points. 4 points each from Sophie Cook and Marissa Alles off the bench. And then 3 from McKenna Walker and Ingrid Rustad. And then 2 points from Destiny Salinas. So 2 starters not getting in the scoring column, one of them being Anna Steer. And Steer just got to the free throw line once, so she got a couple cracks at that to get into the scoring column, but went 0 for 2. So Breckenridge has got to be very happy about that, holding her shutout here in the opening half, because she was the one to watch out for. And a pair of girls with 8 points to lead the way for Breckenridge. That is Parker Yagi and Abby Johnson. Addie Twidwell right behind them with 7. Sydney Roberts with 6 off the bench, providing a great spark. And then Kelsey Sorrell playing one of her better offensive halves of the season so far. She's got 5, but doing a very good job getting to the free throw line. Also doing a good job distributing as well. And a very nice assist to Sydney Roberts, just tossing it down the court for an open layup. Roberts had a nice end one, but free throws have really been a big factor here. Breckenridge has shot 15 free throws to Hawley's 4. So of those 15 free throws, they ended up missing 4 of them. So 11 of 15, Coach Imdick's got to be very happy about that. So definitely going to be something to look for or watch out for here in the second half, is if they continue to get to the free throw line, keep being aggressive, drawing the contact, because the refs are calling it. So it's not one of those they're just letting them play out there kind of games. You know, they're calling it. I think they're doing a good job. You know, I'm sounding biased when I say that, but I honestly do. Breckenridge has been really well disciplined on defense, and I don't think they've really missed any calls on that end. I don't think they missed any calls on this one either. So I always hate when people think I'm critiquing referees, because their job's a lot harder than mine, so I give them a lot of credit. But once again, 34-21 is your score here in the at the halftime, the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show, of course. They got a fun little scrimmage going on here with the youth basketball teams for Hawley. Love how they get the the youth teams involved in these varsity events. Gets them excited for when they're playing varsity basketball as well. So we'll take our first break on this Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Once again, Breckenridge leads at halftime 34-21 in Hawley.
Highway 13 in Wapaton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wapaton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency. When you need care, you want to know it's close to where you live, work, and play. That's why at Sanford Health, we're committed to providing you with the care you need, when you need it, right here where you call home. Dr. Dylan Torgerson is a family medicine physician that offers care for the entire family in Wapaton. And it's always easy to make an appointment with convenient clinic locations, hours, and online options that fit your schedule. Find your provider, Dr. Dylan Torgerson, at sanfordhealth.org or by calling 642-7000.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge Pride, inspiring to excel.
It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
And welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Cowgirls back out to start warm-ups for the second half, and boy, it'll be hard-pressed to follow up a half like that because they were lights out on both ends. Got off to an outstanding start. Probably Coach Jim Nix got to be really happy with the start they had. That's probably, I haven't seen all their games this year, but I would not be surprised if after the game he says that was the best start they got off to all year. But the thing is, you got to maintain that. I think they did a good job of keeping their foot on the gas, not letting them back into it too much. I think the closest that Hawley got to getting back into it was 7 points, which I know is more than the coaching staff would like, but I think they did a good job of kind of snapping it back into gear and getting the lead back to 13 before the halftime. And Hawley, it's hard to criticize kind of what they're doing offensively because it's kind of more so just a thing of the shots just aren't falling. They're getting good looks on the perimeter, but I mean, if they start dropping down, if they just keep doing what they're doing, the shots are eventually going to fall. I'm sure Coach Gottenberg's telling them. But maybe stay away from but at the same time, they still got to open up the inside, too, because they got to get to the free throw line. Their 4 free throws are not going to cut it when Breckenridge is getting the charity stripe 15 times. And they also got to convert when they get there. 1 of 4 so far. So the team who has shot 4 free throws so far is shooting 25% as a team. And the team who got 15 free throws is shooting 73%. So Cowgirls got to be happy with that as we wrap up this Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. But jump back into this. Breckenridge leading 34-21 as we wrap up the Minn Kota Ag Product halftime show. And I can't see who's got the possession arrow right now. I think it's the Cowgirls, but I'm not. Actually, I think it's the Nuggets. I'm not going to bet my life on it or anything, but we'll see. It's the Nuggets. I was right for once. I was right when I said it was the Nuggets. I think I said it was both, so I'm always right. So Nuggets coming out with their same starting 5 they came out with at the beginning of the game. Izzy Johnson, Hannah Steer, Brookshire, McKenna Walker, and Sophie Cook. Right away, they get an open look on the left corner. Shot is up and good! They're going to say it's only 2, though. Sophie Cook's foot was on the line. My apologies. She did not start this game, so they did make a change to the lineup. My apologies. Jonica Bernardes dishes it off to Abby Johnson after that 2-point bucket. Parker Yagi goes inside to Addie Twidwell. She's got 7 points so far. A very nice cut from Yagi. Sets up the N1. Addie Twidwell with a nice dish. Parker Yagi with a very high basketball IQ cut on that one.
Number 30, McKenna Walker, her second.
McKenna Walker tagged with the foul.
Basket good, number 3, Parker.
And you just don't see a high IQ play like that from freshmen very often. That was a heck of a cut from Yagi. Seeing the play before it happens as she completes the 3-point play. That N1 brought to you by State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick. Amanda will take care of you in Breckenridge. Matt will take care of you in Wahpeton. Hawley Tries to skip past the corner. Parker Yagi almost came away with the interception, but gets swung around the perimeter. Out to the left wing. They go inside. Anna Steer playing in the post this time around. Dishes it off, and Breckenridge coaching staff looking for a too long in the lane call. An offensive rebound by Hawley. They almost throw into their own bench, but Izzy Johnson tracks it down. Feeded to Steer in the high post. Steer puts up the mid-range jumper and drops it in for 2. Anna Steer, you can tell they are doing a big, going to have a big emphasis to get her involved here in the second half, because I don't think they're going to win many games if she's getting shut out, as Coach Austin Imdig was looking for a bit of a foul there. Jonica Bernardes took some contact on that layup, and Hawley came away with the rebound. Rustad. This is over to Johnson. Rustad. Back to Walker. He swings it into the corner to Cook. They go to Steer in the high post. Steer puts up the mid-range jumper. I think Addie Twidwell might have got a piece of that. I'm not 100% sure, but it was an air ball. Jonica Bernardes down to the left side, and they feed it inside to Twidwell. Her left-handed layup's off the mark, but Parker Yagi on the spot for the rebound. Then she gets another offensive rebound off her miss and draws the foul. They're going to say that one's on the floor. Third foul on McKenna Walker. So Jonica Bernardes inbounding. Under the basket. Looking for Yagi. Now goes inside to Twidwell. Twidwell kicks it out to Bernardes. Bernardes dishes it off to Abby Johnson on the right wing. Johnson with a nice drive inside. Left-handed layup off the mark, though. Rebounded by Rustad. She'll just bring the ball up herself. Walker to Rustad. Back to Walker. Rustad playing a little two-man action up there on the perimeter. Skip pass to Cook in the corner. Cook with a skip pass. Parker Yagi once again almost getting the interception, but the three-pointer is off the mark. Rebounded by Abby Johnson. That one just hit the backboard. No rim on that one. Parker Yagi tries to make the extra pass inside to cutting Bernardes, but has it stolen away. Rustad kicks into the corner to Steer. She dishes off to Rustad. Skip pass out of the right corner. And now a skip from corner to corner, and it goes out of bounds. They were looking for Cook in the left corner. She's had some success there so far. She's got 6 points on the night. Bernardes still looking for her first points of the night. So two gals we thought would be scoring a lot of points, both shut out in the first half. Bernardes and Anna Steer for Hawley. Abby Johnson looking for her third triple of the night. Got it! Abby had a very reliable three-point shot last season, getting back to that. Third three of the night, and we got a timeout taken by the Nuggets. 40-25 is your score. This timeout brought to you by Highcamp Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wapaton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wapaton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
At Twin Town Villa, their focus is on comfort, security, peace of mind, and quality of life for their residents. They're extending an invitation to you to stop and experience how their assisted living community is different. Their 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are spacious and fully functional, and their list of amenities is endless. Their mission centers around family with assistance, supportive services, and quality health care, all under one roof at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. Check them out on Facebook or visit their website at twintownvilla.com. Call them 643-9542 to schedule a tour today.
And welcome back to Hawley High School. Rustad bringing the ball up for the Nuggets after that Highcamp Construction timeout. Hawley is kind of doing what they've been doing all night. Looking for something inside, but mostly swinging around the perimeter before they do. Anna Steer with a very nice move, but decided to not shoot it and ended up turning it over. Jonica Bernardes pulls the trigger for the step back deep two. She was just inside the arc, it looked like, but she knew she was putting that up no matter who was around her. Jonica Bernardes tipped that pass. Nuggets end up tracking it down by the half-court line. Over to Walker. Out of Rustad. Rustad feeds it to Steer in the high post. She kicks it out to Walker for three. McKenna Walker's second three of the night. Cowgirls lead 43-28 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 14-17 remaining. Jonica Bernardes puts up the right-handed layup and drops it in. Back-to-back buckets. After being shut out in the opening half, Rustad looking to get out and run. Actually, not too much tempo. Got excited there. Rustad takes the three-point attempt, dishes off to Steer. Steer with Bernardes hounding her. Inside-out kick. Over to Walker, who dishes it off to Cook in the left corner. Walker with the ball. Feeds the high post. Steer looking to go to work. Right-handed layup is up and off the mark. Twidwell tracks down the rebound. Gets it up to Parker Yagi. 2-on-2. Yagi with a nice little Euro step to the left-handed layup. Drops it in. Yagi's got 13 points on the night. Cowgirls lead 47-28. 13:30 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Walker to Rustad. Rustad puts up a three. She answers. Ingrid Rustad, her second triple of the night. It's getting fun here. 47-31, Breckenridge in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Jonica Bernardes gets a ball screen from Abby Johnson. Swings it over to Parker Yagi on the left wing. She feeds it in the post. Very quick inside-out quick kick from Addie Twidwell to Kelsey Sorrell. Parker Yagi steps back for three on the right wing. Rattles out. Rebound by the Nuggets. It's the hair over 13 remaining in this game. Cowgirls up by 16. Wide open shooter who dishes it down for the open layup. Miscommunication there by the Cowgirls. Left two girls open on the left side. One was open for a three, but decided not to take it. Jonica Bernardes thought about the three, gets it over to Twidwell. Now Parker Yagi has it at the top of the key. Looking to go to work on Steer. Kicks it out to Twidwell. Bernardes pulls the trigger from the right wing off the mark and almost saved it in front of her team's bench. Very good hustle. Coach Imdick's fired up about that. He's not going to knock someone for missing a shot. He will for sure knock someone if they're not hustling after a ball like that. Kelsey Sorrell and Abby Johnson come out of the game. Sydney Roberts and Emily Gowan checking in for her first action of the game. Played two halves of JV, so they knew they only had her for one half, so they saved her for the second. Drive inside from Steer and gets it to drop. Her second bucket. After being shut out in the first half, that has cut the lead to 12. Sydney Roberts feeds it inside. Quick dish over to Gowan. She has her shot blocked. I know my color guy last year, Derek Gron, had very high hopes for Gowan. He said watch out for that one when she gets older. Only a freshman. That freshman class has got some studs. And going to be a 5-second call. Gowan. Oh, actually a foul on Addie Twidwell. Only two fouls on Twidwell. 12:09 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 47-35, Breckenridge in the lead. Cook puts up a shot from the left corner and knocks it down. Coach Imdick's going to take a timeout. He's not liking all these open shots. I don't blame him. Lead's cut to 10 with 12 minutes remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard this timeout. Brought to you by High Camp Construction. 47-35, Breckenridge lead.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an Auto Owners Insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
After that High Camp Construction timeout, we are back in Hawley. 47-37, Breckenridge in the lead. Nuggets making a little run here. Coach Imdick took a 30-second timeout, try to get them out of their rhythm a little bit. Jonica Bernardes with the ball. Feeds it into the post to Parker Yagi. Yagi over to Gowan. Gowan has her pass tipped and out of bounds. Parker Yagi will inbound from the left sideline. Gets it into Twidwell. Twidwell hands it off to Yagi. Gets a ball screen from Gowan. Swung over to Sydney Roberts in the right corner. She pulls the trigger on the three off the mark. I think I jinx them every time I say pulls the trigger. Hawley running away with it. Swing over to the right wing. Extra pass. And then the shot from the corner was way off. Hauled in by Sydney Roberts. Roberts with the ball. It's to Parker Yagi on the right wing. Yagi going to put the dribble package on display. Bernardes on the right wing, gets a ball screen. Oh, was wide open for a three. Skip pass over to the corner instead. Roberts to Gowan. Gowan swings it to Yagi. Yagi with the right-handed scoop shot, drops it in. Parker Yagi keeping the Cowgirls, or keeping the Nuggets at lead with her scoring. She's got over half the points here in the second half by Mike. Oh, just about over half. She's got 7 of the 15 here in the second half. They swing it over to the left corner to Cook. It's kind of her sweet spot. And Parker Yagi hauls in the rebound after the Nuggets tipped it. Gowan with the ball. Makes the extra pass over to the corner. Baseline drive. Shot is blocked. Jonica Bernardes was looking to get her third bucket of the night. She's got 5 here in the second half. The only bucket that hasn't been scored by one of the freshmen was a 3 from Abby Johnson. She's got 3 of those, mind you. Speaking of Johnson, she is inbounding underneath the basket. Gets it into Twidwell. Kicks it out for the inside-out 3 to Sydney Roberts, who knocks it down. Sydney Roberts has been doing everything right. The only thing that she needed to kind of get going was her three-point shot, and there it is. Leads back to 15, 52-37 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Steer with the baseline drive. Tried to dish it off, but looks like she stepped out of bounds. Nuggets, make a substitution. Saw who came out, didn't see who came back in. Destiny Salinas, I believe, just checked in for her first action. Could be wrong on that. My apologies if I am. And Jonica Bernardes draws the foul. They try to go with the trap in the full court.
Foul number 20, Ingrid Rustad, her third.
Ingrid Rustad picks up her third. And once again, a young group. She's only a sophomore. They had 2 sophomores in the starting 5, a freshman, and a junior and a senior. Abby Johnson with the ball. Throws it over to Bernardes. She was lucky to track that one down. Almost stolen away. Gets it to Yagi in the corner. Now she kicks it out for an open triple by Bernardes, but off the mark. Rebounded by Abby Johnson, who goes up for it and misses the shot, but she'll get a pair of free throws for her trouble. 2 for 2 so far for Johnson.
Nugget foul number 2, Izzy Johnson, her third.
Got all of her points on threes and free throws. Going through the routine. Johnson's first free throw is up, and off the front iron, no good. So 2 for 3 start for her at the free throw line tonight. 15-point lead for the Cowgirls here in the second half. 0 for 2 trip. Very rare from Breckenridge today. Abby Johnson's going to try to make up for it with a 3. Off the mark, rebounded by the Nuggets. Hawley getting out and running. Anna Steer pushing the tempo. Even though the whole Breckenridge defense was there for her. Salinas puts up a 3 off the mark. And they're going to get an over-the-back call that the Breckenridge fans have been hoping to get throughout the game, even though, once again, it's been a well-officiated game. Izzy Johnson tagged with that one, the 5'11 sophomore. Parker Yagi inbounding it for her squad with 9:39 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this ball game. 52-37, Breckenridge in the lead. Jonica Bernardes is doing a very good job not being too disrupted by the pressure, and now she's going to drive baseline, but good defense by Rustad. Parker Yagi showing off the crossover. Now Abby Johnson has it on the left side. She's going to look to drive inside. Comes to a jump stop. She's got 3 defenders waiting for her. And we got a foul grabbing her on the wrist. And what continues to be a lopsided game when it comes to the fouls. 6 on the Nuggets. 1 for the Cowgirls so far here in the second half. And Breckenridge with 18 free throws to Hawley's 4 as Breckenridge trying to keep the possession alive. They get tied up for a jump ball.
Jump ball possession, Breckenridge.
And after that jump ball, possession arrow stays with Breckenridge. Good break for the Cowgirls. Addie Twidwell with the ball. Gets it to Bernardes on the right side. Bernardes swings it to Roberts. She feeds it inside. Twidwell kicks out to Parker Yagi for 3. Got it! Parker Yagi. Been lights out here in the second half. She's got 18 points on the night, 10 of them coming here in the second half. Rustad, skip pass to Johnson in the right corner. Steer with the ball. Drives into the paint. Puts up the right-handed layup and drops it in. Anna Steer has arrived to the party. She's got 6 points in the second half after being shut out in the first. Parker Yagi Gets it up to Abby Johnson. Destiny Salinas applying the pressure. She's got a pair of fouls so far. Roberts trying to get by the defender. Picks up her dribble. Dishes off to Bernades. 55-39 Breckenridge lead here in Hawley. 8:15 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Addie Twidwell gets the ball, and they draw the reach. And Emma Brookshire was doing her best to get the swipe that away without getting any wrist, but her and Twidwell got there at the same time. We all know what happens when that happens. Almost always a reaching foul. So Brookshire gets a breather. It's only got 2 fouls, so not in foul trouble by any means, but they're just going to get her a breather. Marissa Alles is into the game. 1-and-1 free throw is up and off the mark by Twidwell. Addie Twidwell was 3 for 4 to start. Now shooting 60% from the free throw line as Steer is going inside for the right-handed layup, but she'll draw the foul. Only made 1 trip to the free throw line so far. I mean, they only have 4 as a team. Anna Steer doing more what Hawley is accustomed to her doing. She's leading them in scoring here in the second half with 6 points. Her team trails by 16. Free throws up and good. Went 0 for 2 her last time at the line, so going to look to redeem herself here as Grace Miranowski checks in for Addie Twidwell. Twidwell usually doesn't get the longest breathers in the world, so we'll see when we see her back. Steer going to cut the lead to 14. And she does. 55-41 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Just under 8 minutes remaining. Jonica Bernades with the ball. Gets the ball screen from Yagi. Dishes off to Abby Johnson on the left wing. Up to Parker Yagi at the volleyball line. And they try to tie that up for a jump ball. Anna Steer does, but no luck. Yagi shakes her. Drives inside. Kicks out to the left corner to Jonica Bernades. Got it! Beautiful inside-out action. Jonica Bernades' second 3 of the half. She's got 8 points coming all here in the second half. They got a chance to put quite a few girls in double figures here tonight. I'm excited to tally all these up at the end of the game. Anna Steer kicks it out to McKenna Walker. And kind of a wild shot put up there by Salinas, I think. Or maybe that was Rustad. I didn't check the number, but they're getting out and running, and Sydney Roberts is going to get to the free throw line again. Oh, actually, no. I'm going to say that was out of bounds off her, I want to say. My apologies. I was looking down at my stats to write down the foul, but who knows. 58-41 as the timeout is taken by the Nuggets. Full timeout. This timeout brought to you by Highcam Construction. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM. Breckenridge leads 58-41.
No one woke up this morning and thought, I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
After that Highcam Construction timeout, we are back here in Hawley. Cowgirls lead the Nuggets 58-41. 7:12 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Breckenridge doing a heck of a job here when it comes to their suffocating defense and forcing Hawley into some uncomfortable situations. We'll run through how they did last year against the Nuggets. Lost to them 56-51 the first time these two teams squared off, and then lost to them 61-45 the next time around. My apologies on the camera. I was checking those scores. Forgot I was also the cameraman. Walker with the ball. Over to the right wing. I don't think you guys missed anything too crazy as Kelsey Sorrell comes away with the steal. Skip pass over to the left side. Bernades over to the right side to Yagi. Yagi with Rustad guarding. Rustad, a solid defender. We'll see if Yagi tries to test her. Hands it off to Gowan, who just recently checked in. Grace Miranowski. Give her an open teammate. Has the pass tipped. Tracks it down right in front of the scorer's table. Gets it to Kelsey Sorrell. Sorrell, skip pass to Gowan. Makes the extra pass over to the corner to Bernades. Gowan back to Bernades in the corner. Pass up to the top of the key to Yagi. Good ball movement here. Sorol up to Yagi. Just no turnovers. That's the big key. It looks like they're going to try to run a play for Yagi. And pass over to Sorol. Sails and flies out of bounds. Breckenridge leading 58-41. 6:10 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Steer. Just it off on the right side. And short jumper by Brookshire is up. Brookshire's got 7 points, her first bucket of the second half. Lead is cut to 15, 5:50 remaining. Bernadez with the ball. Doesn't want anything to do with that Nugget trap. They go inside to Miranowski, but Brookshire comes away with the steal. Steer bringing up the ball. Has it on the left wing. Sorol tries to poke it loose, but she ends up dishing it off. Out to the right corner to Johnson. Rustad gets it to Walker. Feeds the high post to Brookshire. Brookshire's got the height advantage on Miranowski. Dishes it off to Johnson. Emily Gowan with great defense there to cut her off. And then the pass is tipped out of bounds by Jonica Bernadez. Addie Twidwell in for Grace Miranowski. Abby Johnson also checking in for Kelsey Sorol. Rustad gets it into Walker. Back to Rustad. Oh, they got away with a little carry there. Back to Walker. Swings over to the right corner to Steer for three. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Johnson. Slapped out of bounds by Gowan. Good aggressiveness. Be able to poke that one loose without fouling. Kelsey Sorol in for Gowan. Steer inbounding under the hoop. I've never been crazy about my best scorer doing the inbound. I like running plays for the inbounder, but that's just me. Johnson puts up the short jumper. Off the mark, rebounded by Abby Johnson. I know you want to have your kind of ideal decision maker down there, but just not me. Bernadez over to Yagi. Back to Bernadez. Open on the left wing, but trying to get a great shot. Not a good shot. Bernadez back to Yagi. They're just going to run this, run a lot of clock up. Skip pass over to the right side to Twidwell. They just got the 5-out motion. Just playing catch out there. Yagi with the ball. Yagi almost has it stolen away. Dishes it off to Twidwell. Bernadez off to Abby Johnson. Skips it over to Twidwell on the right side. Yagi in front of the Breckenridge bench. Pass over to Bernadez. And here's a good reason why a lot of people are excited for Minnesota to get shot clocks in a year or two. Got to double check when that's going to be. Bernadez feeds it down to the short corner. They try to go inside. Stolen away by Brookshire. And now stolen back away by Yagi. Izzy Johnson was trying to get the layup, but Yagi ran it down from behind to swipe it away. Sorol with the ball. Back up to Yagi. Back to Sorol in the left corner. Wide open, but once again, they're trying to run this clock down. They go down to Abby Johnson for the open layup. She misses it. Anna Steer with the rebound. Just trying to kind of wear them down until an open look comes open. Rustad puts up a three off the mark. Brookshire was fighting down there, but Parker Yagi came away with the rebound. And no call there. Breckenridge faithful, a little surprised by it. You tell me, viewers watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel. Addie Twidwell with the ball, gets it to Jonica Bernadez. Bernadez right in front of her coaching staff. Twidwell back out to Bernadez. 3:09 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge leads 58-43. Abby Johnson with the ball. Drives inside. Nice dish off to Addie Twidwell. Who gets the end one? Not too shabby. Perfect touch. High off the glass. Textbook. Chef's kiss. Mwah. And if Addie Twidwell can knock this free throw down, she'll be at 10 on the night. Joining Abby Johnson and Parker Yagi in double figures. Sydney Roberts isn't far from double figures either. She's got 9. And free throw drops in. Got some nice touch off the back of the rim. And the lead is now 18 with 3 minutes remaining. Breckenridge leads 61-43 against the Nuggets. Anna Steer's three is off the mark. Abby Johnson with the board, but Cowgirls going to take their sweet time. Jonica Bernadez has the ball near the left sideline. Dribbles over to the right side. Bernadez Dribbles over to the right side of the three-point line. Abby Johnson now has it. Gets it to Sorrell. Twidwell off to Yagi. Yagi with a nice pick and roll action. Twidwell. Her layup is off the mark, though. That's as good of a pick and roll as you'll see. Just didn't get the layup to drop. But good action nonetheless. Three-pointer is up and off the mark and rebounded by the Cowgirls. They're kind of Nuggets, they're desperate for some points. They're forced to take up threes. They just kind of put up the first one they get. Yagi swings over to Johnson. Gets it to Twidwell. Twidwell to Yagi. 2 minutes remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 61-43 Breckenridge lead. And tries to dish it off to Twidwell, but Abby Johnson has it turned over. They go inside to Steer. Steer with a nice dish off, but the layup is off the mark. Addie Twidwell with the ball. She says, I don't need a guard. Just kidding. Hands it off to Jonica Bernades. Bernades gets it to Abby Johnson. Now Parker Yagi has the ball on the right side. Twidwell comes to set a ball screen. They just had a really good pick and roll, but they're not going to go to her on that one. Abby Johnson with the ball. Hits a cutting Jonica Bernades. Dishes out to Twidwell. Parker Yagi wants the open three. She's finally going to put it up. Had to get the approval from the coach, and she knocks it down. Parker Yagi with a heck of a shot. Timeout taken. I'm not sure if it was by the Cowgirls. Oh, it was taken by the Cowgirls. Full timeout brought to you by Highcam Construction. Cowgirls with a 21-point lead with 1:23 remaining. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care that you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis where there are no appointments necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekends. Quality care close to home. You get the fine care for home injuries, common illness, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
And welcome back to Hawley High School as Breckenridge has built a 21-point lead. Only 1:18 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge going to stick with a couple starters still, or one starter. Two of them. Parker Yagi and Jonica Bernades both in as Breckenridge gets tagged with the foul. It's on Grace Miranowski. And checking in for her first action of the night. So Rio Goulet. Haven't seen her getting the action so far. This is only the second game I've been able to do for the Cowgirls, though, who are going to improve to 4-0, pending the craziest comeback I've ever seen. I use that line almost every game. Hawley has also emptied their bench out, though, as the Nuggets will fall for the first time this year. Both teams were 3-0 coming into this game, and both of them have one conference win. Breckenridge got theirs against DGF, and then Hawley had a nail-biter against Frazee 2 nights ago. Three-pointer is up and off the mark, rebounded by Sydney Roberts. Sure, Sydney Roberts would not be too bummed to get another bucket, get her into double figures. Parker Yagi with the ball. Yagi hands it off to Goulet. And ball screen set. Gowan with the ball. It's up to Miranowski. Over to the right wing to Yagi. Yagi has had a heck of a night. 21 points, 13 of them coming here in the second half. Really been an offensive spark. 12 seconds remaining. Coach Imdek just wanting his squad to dribble out the clock. Gowan. Skip pass over to Roberts. Back to Gowan. 5 seconds remaining. 4, 3, 2, 1. And your Breckenridge Cowgirls are 4-0 on the season. Second conference win of the year, as I said. And they did it in convincing fashion. 64-43 against a team they got swept by last year. And Coach Imdeck and his coaching staff got to be happy with the way his team came out tonight. Opened up with a 13-0 run to open up this, or to start off this game, and really just kind of kept the foot on the gas the whole way. And I'll tell you more about it in our Miller Realty post-game show. You're listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
This is a story we all share, of a place rooted in tradition and rich with opportunity, of people driven by compassion and vision. At Essentia Health, we're proud to play our role in this story, facing our toughest challenges head-on, believing that together we can build something better and take care of each other, because this place, these people, are like nowhere else. Essentia Health is where you belong. Schedule an appointment at essentiahealth.org.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Ever buy something and open the box to find 1,000 pieces ready to assemble? Time consuming and frustrating. That's why Bear Build Woodworks and Builders First Source offer gorgeous hassle-free finishes for their doors and millwork. No mess and not stress. With over 30 stain options and 40 paint colors, Bear Build Woodworks pre-finish is the perfect choice for quality that stands the test of time. Get it finished with Bear Built Woodworks and Builders First Source in Wapaton.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome to the Miller Realty post-game show here on B92.7 FM and live streaming on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel. And Breckenridge, maybe the best game they've played so far this year. Once again, I only got to see them play one other time, but looking at the box scores and talking to the coaching staff after the other 2 games, I got a good feeling they're going to be pretty happy after this one. Once again, a team that they were swept by last year in the regular season, and Breckenridge just came out hungry tonight. And like I said, jumped out to that 13-0 run to get out to a big lead. I'll run through the scoring for you. A lot of these girls obviously had a big hand in that run. Addie Twidwell and Abby Johnson being the big ones to get them off to a good start. Parker Yagi ended up being the leading scorer tonight with 21 for the Cowgirls. Also in double figures were Abby Johnson and Addie Twidwell, 11 and 10 respectively. Just missing double figures were Sydney Roberts with 9 and Jonica Bernades with 8. And Bernades got all 8 of those points in the second half. 5 points from Kelsey Sorrell. So if you have 3 girls in double figures and 2 girls not too far out, that's going to be a win on a lot of nights for Breckenridge. Scoring for Hawley, they had nobody hit double figures. Anna Steer was close. She had 8, and all those points coming in the second half, similar to Bernades' the second half. She had 8 as well, so they kind of played an identical game. But Ingrid Rust added 8 points as well, as did Sophie Cook. And then 7 points from Emma Brookshire, dude for the Shire, of course. Got to throw some Lord of the Rings references in there. McKenna Walker with 6 points, 4 points from Marissa Allas, and then 2 points from Destiny Salinas. So they had more girls in the scoring column than Breckenridge did, but obviously the girls for Breckenridge put up more points. And free throws are a big factor in this one as well. My Breckenridge math tells me that Breckenridge shot 65% from the free throw line, 73 in the first half. They ended up shooting 20 free throws and making 13 of them. Hawley only got to the free throw line 6 times, so definitely going to have to work on getting to the free throw line more. I'm not going to blame officials. I don't think anyone else around here is going to, but maybe a couple Hawley fans. I don't know. But 3 for 6 is what they shot from the free throw line here in this game. It was a 34-21 game at the half, and 64-43 was the final. So Breckenridge outscoring their foes by 29-22. Yeah, that's what it is. And actually 30-22 is what they outscored them in the second half. So Breckenridge, like I said, got off to an outstanding start to this game and really kept it up. Defensively, they were locked in. A lot of girls having good offensive nights too, but I think the defense really set the tone. Taking Anna Steer, making her a non-factor in the first half was a big a big victory for the Cowgirls, holding the top player on Hawley's team, 0 points. Once again, the Nuggets were without Isabel Steers, so do not be surprised if the next time these two teams square off, it's a closer game when they come to Breckenridge down the road here. I'll make sure to double-check when that game is going to be, but before I do that, I better let you know I'll let you know later where Breckenridge ends up playing. The next matchup against Hawley in Breckenridge is going to be on Tuesday, January 24th, so mark your calendars because I think it's going to be a very good game. So we'll take a quick break, come back with your play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency, and your player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health. And as we continue the Miller Realty post-game show, here's a quick message from Miller Realty.
When you choose a realtor, you want a solid formula to make buying and selling your home as easy as possible. At Miller Realty, the formula is simple: integrity, trust, and most important, experience. Guy, Shelley, Jared, Lisa, and Jamie have put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Welcome back to the Miller Realty postgame show. And as I have done before, you guys are going to hate me, I know it, but I usually end up doing this in basketball because basketball, it's kind of hard to pin down a play of the game a lot of the times. I tend to go with a sequence of events, and this time my play of the game brought to you by Red River Agency, your hometown agents in Breckenridge. That 13-0 run to open up the game, that just really set the tone for the rest of this ball game. Breckenridge kind of just came out and punched Hawley in the mouth and then just really kept with that energy the rest of the night. So that 13-0 run to open up this game, like I said, set the tone and was a big factor in this win. So that's why I'm giving it the play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency. Now the one that you guys are all excited for, and I know I always make enemies when I do the player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health here with you. And my player of the game is controversial pick. They tend to be whenever I do these. Sydney Roberts, coming off the bench. I thought she provided some great energy on both ends of the floor, with some clutch buckets coming in, and was a great spark plug coming off the bench to get her team rolling, as they already did get off to a good start. Like I said, starters got them off to a 13-0 start, but Sydney Roberts was kind of that little extra tonight, coming in and put them over the top. I don't think this is a 20-point win without her coming in and bringing that energy off the bench. So that's why she's my player of the game. Brought to you by Essentia Health here with you. And yeah, I better show some love to any of the other girls who could have been candidates. Abby Johnson knocking down 3 triples to help her to 11 points. Addie Twidwell was a big factor in getting them off to a good run. And obviously Parker Yagi, Parker Yagi is probably the one who should get it. She's going to get another game, everybody, I promise. I know she will. Multiple 20-point games this season, and it's been so impressive to see this freshman shine. But she's not the one I'm going with the player of the game tonight, because that's just how I roll. You guys know me. Sydney Roberts, your player of the game, 9 points off the bench, and also bringing some great intensity defensively and also some good decision-making outside of the scoring on the offensive end. So that'll do it for me here on the Miller Realty postgame show. And thank you all so much for tuning in on this broadcast. I had a blast doing it. It was a very fun game to cover, and looking forward to the next time they match up. Oh, before I forget, better let you know Breckenridge's next game. They will move on to play Barnesville. Oh, boy, that'll be another fun one. And that'll be in Breckenridge. I haven't looked at the broadcast calendar yet because I know the boys play on Tuesday, too. So we'll figure out if we're going to be doing that one. I want to say we are doing the girls' game, so make sure to come back here and tune into it. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. One final time, your final score: Breckenridge 64, Hawley 43, Breckenridge Cowgirls 4-0 on the year. You've been listening to Cowgirl Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Tonight's Breckenridge basketball game was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Red River Agency, the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Height Camp Construction, Carlson Family Insurance, Miller Realty, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis, Quality Toyota, Builders First Source, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, and Buyer Insurance Agency. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. Thanks for listening.